War on I-4 Diecast Racing.
Welcome everyone to War on I-4 Diecast Racing. I am your host, Cletus Papadopoulos, along with my co-hosts Chuck McAvee and Scooter Douglas. Today, we have round 4 of the Diecast Open Wheel Series, the Great Britain Invitationals. Well, we're at the halfway point of Dallas, and I can't think of a better group of guys to host this event with. Chuck and Cletus, how you guys doing?
Oh man, Cletus, it's been a heck of a week. It seems like yesterday we were just starting the Diecast Open Wheel Series.
I agree. This season is in full swing, and before you know it, we'll be crowning our first champion. And right on cue, the Schumacher Trophy of Excellence has made its way to Harrison Speedway. At the conclusion of this season, one lucky driver will hoist this trophy.
That's a mighty fine trophy, Cletus. On another note, the drivers are making their way to the gate and we're moments away from the start.
Before we jump into the race action, please stay tuned after today's broadcast for some major announcements concerning the Diecast Endurance Card Series. Well, it looks like the drivers are all set to go, and we're going to switch it over to the camera crew. Starting on the front row, in the pole position is the 22 of Isaiah, followed by Tommy McKinnon, Simon Harvey, and Anthony Cadre. The cars out the gate clean. Taking the lead is going to be Tommy McKinnon coming out of turn number 2, followed by Isaiah and Crazy Coach. And here comes Simon Harvey taking the lead, but he gives it right back to Tommy McKinnon. Lap number 1 is in the books.
We're going to have a yellow flag. That's going to be Anthony Cadre, who's overturned his vehicle going across the finish line. The track marshals will get him upright and back to the starting gate.
Thank you for the update, Chuck. But as we move on to lap number 2, sitting on the front row is going to be Tommy McKinnon, followed by Isaiah, Simon Harvey, and Crazy Coach. Second row, Jay-Z, Nasaka, Ivan, and Tao. Lap number 2, here we go. The vehicles are out the gate, and coming into turn 2 is going to be Isaiah, followed by Tommy McKinnon, and then Simon Harvey. Coming on the back straight, Simon Harvey takes the lead, but Isaiah beats him to the finish line. This was a close lap between Great Silence and Tao, and according to track officials, Great Silence narrowly beat Tao to the finish line. Coming into lap number 3, maintaining his position on the front row is going to be Isaiah, followed by Simon Harvey, Tommy McKenna, and Nasuka. Second row, Jay-Z, Crazy Coach, Daniel Mercado, and Ivan. Lap number 3 starts now. Coming out of turn number 1 is going to be Isaiah with a slight lead, followed by Tommy McKinnon and Jay-Z. Going along the back straight is going to be close, but Isaiah holds on to the lead to the finish line, followed by Tommy McKinnon and Jay-Z. I do believe there are several crashes on this lap.
The track marshals are waving the red flag going into turn number 3. That's going to be High Octane from Team Madness Motorsports, who's overturned. As a result of this crash, a driver from Lions Den Racing and Silverback Racing have stalled out. Cletus, there's also a red flag going into turn number 2 where another Silverback Racing driver has gone completely off the track. This is unfortunate for the team.
While the track crew is clearing debris and removing vehicles, here are the standings going into lap number 4. On the front row, sitting on the pole, Isaiah, followed by Tommy McKinnon, Jay-Z, and Simon Harvey. Second row, Nasuka, Ivan, Daniel Mercado, and Great Silence. Well, the vehicles are cleared and ready to start. lap number 4. All drivers are out the gate clean, and coming into turn number 2, it's going to be Isaiah followed by Tommy McKinnon, but here comes Jay-Z and Simon Harvey. Jay-Z along the back straight, but Isaiah for the win.
Cletus, Kenneth Van Pelt was putting together a great run in today's race. Unfortunately, going into turn number 2, he drifted off the track and crashed. That's going to drop him to the number 22 position.
That's very unfortunate for this team. They're doing well. For lap number 5, sitting on the pole for the second consecutive lap is going to be Isaiah, followed by Jay-Z, Simon Harvey, and Tommy McKinnon. Second row, Daniel Ricciardo, Masuka, Ivan, and Great Silence. Lap number 5 is set to go. Coming out of the gate, it's going to be Jay-Z going into turn number 2, followed by Isaiah and Simon Harvey. Along the back straight is Jay-Z with Harvey pressing, but Jay-Z takes the win.
All clear for lap 5.
Going into lap 6 is going to be Jay-Z sitting on the front row in the pole, followed by Simon Harvey, Isaiah, Daniel Ricciardo. Second row, Tommy McKinnon, Ivan, Masuka, and Great Silence. Ladies and gentlemen, lap 6 set to start. Coming out of the gate, Jay-Z breaks away from the pack going into turn number 2, followed by Simon Harvey and Isaiah. Jay-Z comes along the back straight and takes the lap, followed by Simon Harvey.
Going into turn number 3, the track marshals are waving the red flag. That's going to be Daniel Ricciardo, who's going completely off the track and crash. It's going to take them a little while to get this vehicle back on the track and up to the start gate.
For lap 7, the drivers are going to be aggressive to position themselves for lap 8. Sitting on the front row and in the pole position is Jay-Z, followed by Simon Harvey, Isaiah, and Tommy McKinnon. Second row, Touch McBee, Ivan, JP, and Asuka. Lap 7, let's get started. And the vehicles are off and running. Coming out of turn number 1 is going to be Simon Harvey with the lead, but here comes Isaiah and Tommy McKinnon. Isaiah opens up a huge lead and takes lap number 7, followed by Simon Harvey and Tommy McKinnon.
Cletus, we're going to have red flags throughout the track. 4 vehicles, Great Silence, Kenneth Van Pelt, Chris Chaos, and Crazy Coach. Chris Chaos is the only vehicle that's overturned, which is going to dash his hopes of a decent finish in today's race.
We're at the final lap of the Great Britain Invitationals, and sitting on the front row on the pole is Isaiah, followed by Simon Harvey, Tommy McKinnon, and Touch McBee. On the second row, JP, Jay-Z, Masuka, and Kit Cam. Race fans, final lap is underway. Going into turn 1, it's going to be Isaiah, and Simon Harvey crashes out of the race. Ladies and gentlemen, Tommy McKinnon takes the lead, coming along the back straight, and Isaiah passes him on the last turn to win the Great Britain Invitationals.
What a tragedy. JP and Simon Harvey vehicles get tangled up coming out of turn number 1. This causes Simon Harvey vehicle to go airborne and eventually crashing before going into turn number 2.
Cletus, there's no way team orders could have been in play. As we go to replay, coming out of turn number 1, Simon Harvey cuts the nose off of JP, which results in his crash. I'm going to give you a close-up view and slow the camera down, and you can see exactly what happens.
Scooter, you bring up a good point. I don't believe team orders were in play. Both drivers were really aggressive on that lap, and there was a lot to lose. Well, it appears the winning drivers are pulling up to the podium box. Let's go to the ceremony.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand and give a round of applause for your winners of the Great Britain Invitation. And in third place, no call competition, Tommy McKinnon.
1
And in second place, from Rust Belt Racing, JP. And your winner of the Great Britain Invitational, Isaiah from Team Hurricane.
Before we get out of here, here's a breakdown of the individual standings after 4 rounds of racing. In first place, Isaiah, 65 points. Masuka, 43 points. Anthony Cadre, 36 points. Simon Harvey, 33 points. JP, 31 points. Crazy Coach, 31 points. Ivan, 30 points. Tommy McKinnon, 25 points. Sayers Von Threll, 25 points. Kit Cam, 23 points. Tux McBee, 20 points. Daniel Mercado, 19 points. High Octane, 18 points. Jay-Z, 15 points. Great Silence, 14 points. Terry Carr, 14 points. Kurt Dog 93, 13 points. Zen Pippi, 12 points. Tao, 11 points. Kenneth Van Pelt, 11 points. Dirty Joe, 10 points. And Chris Chaos, 10 points. And here are your overall team standings after 4 rounds of racing. In first place with 76 points, Team Hurricane, followed by Mocon Competition with 68 points. Team Rust Belt Racing is going to be in third place with 64 points, followed by Cadre Motorsports in conjunction with GKS Racing 23, 55 points. Thunderoo Raceway, 43 points. Team Silverback Racing, 41 points. Red Storm GP, 38 points. Team Madness Motorsports, 38 points. Gen X Vintage, 35 points. Lions Den Racing, 34 points. The Amigos, 25 points. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have to wrap it up here. But stay tuned for a special broadcast about the Diecast Endurance Car Series.
War on I-4 Endurance Car Series.
Welcome everyone to War on I-4 Diecast Racing. I'm your host, Cletus Papadopoulos, and today we will go over the rules and meet the drivers of the Diecast Endurance Car Series. First, starting with the rules. There will be 12 teams and 24 drivers competing in this year's series. The 12 teams are divided into 2 divisions, GT and Prototype. The drivers will compete in 4 races. Each race will be a grueling 12 to 24 laps. At the conclusion of the series, there will be a winner for each division and an overall winner. The first race of the inaugural season will be the Michelin 24. And without further delay, let's meet the teams and their drivers. In the GT class, driving the Corvettes for Team Madness Motorsports, number 55, High Octane, and number 72, Tux McBee. Also competing in the GT class, driving the GT40 for Diablo Ridge Racing is the number 8 of El Diablo Don and the number 91 of Bina. Here we have another team from Team Madness Motorsports in the GT class driving the Mopar Dodge Vipers. It's going to be the number 10 of the Mad One and the number 20 of Joe Rudy. Next up in the GT class is the LF-ENT Racing team driving the Jaguars. Is going to be the number 28 of Mr. Freeze, Ty Frozone. And then the number 34 car, my favorite name of the whole group, Miami Mike. Driving the AMG Mercedes in the GT class for Team Mexico Club 23 Le Mans is going to be the number 11 of Daniel Mercado and the number 18 of Eddie Madrid. The final competitors of the GT class driving for Parks Racing Team in the McLaren is the number 52 of Ian Parks and the number 7 of Rachel Parks. And now we're moving on to the Prototype class. The first team to be introduced in the Ferraris driving for Team Rust Belt Racing is going to be the number 6 of Cupcake and the number 4 of Turtle. NZ Racing will also be competing in the Prototype class driving the Mazdas. The number 30 of Big Mike is going to be partnered with the number 41, Matthew Harding. In the prototype class, Team 6-37 Racing, driving the Porsches, the number 32 of Simon Harvey and the number 66 of Melissa Seguin. Red Storm GP will also be competing in the prototype class, driving the Aston Martins, the 00 of Cesar Jimenez, and the 69 of Octavio Otto Moran. Next up is Team Mocon Competition, competing in the prototype class, driving the Cadillacs, the number 1 of Samu Koku Nisaku, and the number 76 of Tommy McKinnon. And the final team competing in the prototype class, also driving Ferraris, Team Silverback Racing, the number 3 of Jimmy John, and the number 88 of King Yardy. There you have it, race fans, the teams and their drivers. We're set for the Michelin 24 right after the Diecast Open Wheel Series, the Great Britain Invitationals. Until I see you again, have a good night.